Every night and every morning, for as long as humans have looked at the skies, one light has shone brighter than all the others. Sometimes it rises before dawn, the morning star. Other times it lingers after sunset, the evening star. To the Babylonians it was Ishtar, goddess of love and war. To the Greeks, Aphrodite. To the Mayans, a celestial timekeeper of sacrifice and renewal. But that radiant point of light is no star at all. It's Venus, a planet so bright it can cast shadows, a planet so close to Earth it feels like a cosmic sibling, and yet behind that brilliance hides the most dangerous world we know. Venus is not love, Venus is not beauty, Venus is fire, pressure, and poison. From afar, it looks like Earth's twin, but up close, it is hell incarnate. Tonight on Orbital Vistas, we're plunging into this world, from its possible oceans to its inferno skies, from the Soviet landers that dared to touch its surface to NASA and ESA's future missions. We'll uncover how Venus became Earth's evil twin and why its story could decide the fate of our own planet. Four and a half billion years ago, the solar system was chaos. A newborn sun blazed at the center, surrounded by a whirling disk of gas, dust, and rock. Within that storm, two planets formed side by side. Nearly the same size, nearly the same density, nearly the same potential. One would become Earth, blue, alive, and eventually home to billions of creatures that would wonder at the cosmos. The other became Venus. At first, they might have been almost indistinguishable. Scientists believe Venus once had shallow oceans, rain, and even a climate not so different from our own. It's a staggering thought, two worlds both habitable right next to each other. But then, Venus took a different path. Slightly closer to the sun, it absorbed more heat. That little difference tipped the balance. Oceans began to evaporate. Water vapor, itself a powerful greenhouse gas, trapped more and more heat. The seas boiled away. With no water to cycle carbon dioxide into rocks, the CO2 thickened and thickened until the planet crossed a point of no return. While Earth thrived, Venus suffocated. Its atmosphere grew 90 times thicker than ours. Its surface baked under a runaway greenhouse effect, hotter than Mercury despite being farther from the sun. In cosmic terms, Venus isn't just Earth's twin, it's Earth's cautionary tale. Imagine stepping onto the surface of Venus. The ground glows faintly red from sheer heat. The air presses down with the weight of an ocean. The temperature, 465 degrees Celsius or nearly 900 Fahrenheit, is enough to melt lead. Above you, the sky isn't blue. It's a crushing dome of orange haze. Lightning flickers through sulfuric acid clouds. Winds scream at 300 kilometers an hour, circling the entire planet in just 4 days. And the rain? Acid, sulfuric acid, falling in droplets that evaporate before ever touching the ground. Here, there are no rivers, no oceans, no gentle breezes, only an endless furnace. The surface is littered with volcanic plains. Mountains higher than Everest rise through the haze. Cracked highlands stretch for thousands of kilometers. Some scientists even believe volcanoes still erupt there, spewing ash and lava into the choking skies. Venus is not just hostile, it's actively trying to kill anything that dares set foot on its soil. And yet, we tried. In the 1960s, 70s and 80s, the Soviet Union launched a series of spacecraft, the Venera program. Brave little machines that plunged through Venus's poisonous skies, enduring temperatures that fried electronics and pressures that crushed steel. Most were destroyed before they could send much back, but a few, survived long enough to transmit history's first photos from the surface of another planet. Grainy, eerie orange-hued images, jagged rocks scattered across a desolate plain, the horizon warped by heat, the ground cracked like a desert under a furnace sun. These pictures are all we have of Venus's true face, a glimpse into an alien hellscape. The landers lasted only minutes, sometimes less than an hour, before the heat silenced them forever. But in those final transmissions, humanity saw Venus for what it was, and it changed everything. Because Venus is hidden under eternal clouds, ordinary cameras are useless. To see its surface, we needed radar. In 1989, NASA launched the Magellan spacecraft, using synthetic aperture radar. Magellan mapped nearly the entire surface of Venus. What it found was staggering. Vast volcanic plains, lava flows stretching for hundreds of kilometers, mountain ranges pushed skyward by unimaginable forces, and strange features, coronae, pancake domes, tesserae, unlike anything on Earth. Magellan revealed a world still alive with geology. But how alive? That question still lingers today. ESA's Venus Express orbited from 2006 to 2014, peering into the atmosphere and hinting at volcanic gases. Japan's Akatsuki probe, still circling now, watches storm rage across the planet in ultraviolet light. Together, they reveal the world of contradictions. Winds howling at 300 kilometers an hour in the upper atmosphere, yet near the surface, an eerie stillness. Lightning that crackles through clouds. Mysterious flashes scientists still debate. And perhaps most tantalizing, hints of volcanic activity even now. Venus may not be a dead world after all. Beneath its toxic blanket, it could still be breathing fire. In 2020, scientists announced something shocking. They had detected phosphine gas in Venus's clouds, a chemical that on Earth is usually produced by life. Could there be microbes floating in Venus's skies, high above the surface where temperatures are cooler? Some scientists think it's possible. Others argue it's an error or chemistry we don't yet understand. The discovery remains controversial, but it reignited interest in Venus after decades of neglect. Suddenly, everyone wanted to go back. And so for the first time in generations, a wave of new missions is preparing to explore Venus. NASA's DAVINCI Plus will plunge through the atmosphere, sampling it all the way down to the surface. VERITAS will orbit, mapping the terrain in exquisite 3D detail. ESA's EnVision will join them, unlocking the planet's hidden geology. Together, these missions could answer the biggest questions. Was Venus ever habitable? Does it still have active volcanoes? Could strange life linger in its cloud? And more importantly, how did it become so catastrophically different from Earth? Venus is not just a curiosity, it's a warning. Billions of years ago, it may have been blue and alive. Today, it is orange, toxic, and dead. What happened to Venus could happen anywhere. And as Earth warms, Venus whispers a terrifying truth. Push a planet too far, and it will not forgive you. But Venus also gives us hope. By studying its past, we learn how to protect our own future. By probing its atmosphere, we learn how to study exoplanets across the galaxy. In Venus's tragedy lies knowledge that could save us. This has been the story of Venus, Earth's twin, Earth's warning, and perhaps Earth's teacher. If you've enjoyed this journey, join us again. Subscribe to Orbital Vistas. your window to the cosmos, where we bring you the wonders of NASA, ESA, and beyond. Because in the vastness of space, every world has a story, and we've only just begun to tell them.